I keep saying it on stage, but we've played like something like 60 shows this year, and this is only our 5th one in Ireland. And yeah, it's just been amazing to come home this summer from a long year of touring all over the world, and the reception that we've got, and even seeing the demand for tickets and stuff at home. It's just been crazy, and these gigs have just been the best gigs we've ever played, so we cannot wait for tonight.
People were texting me during the week like, where can you get tickets? And you just can't.
Yeah.
Is that wild? Like, how does that feel knowing all those people are lining up for you?
Yeah, it's hard to comprehend, but it's great. Like, sure, it's great that so many people want to come to our shows and see us live and support us. It's everything. So yeah, it's really cool.
And how did you find touring? Like, was it difficult? Was it hard? Like, going from just living your normal lives, as you were saying to me before?
Yeah, it's madness. The touring is absolute madness. We were all working 9 to 5s and
9 to 3.
9 to 3 for Robbie, yeah.
Oh, well, for some, yeah.
10 to 2. But then suddenly you're thrust onto a tour bus in America, going to sleep, and the fella beside you is like at your toes, and it's a mad life. But like, we're very grateful for it, especially these days. Anyone who's buying a ticket for our shows, you're just incredibly grateful that they would, to be honest. So I'm just very, very appreciative of the whole thing, to be honest. The touring is class.
Would you have any advice for anyone who wants to be like you, who looks at Amble and goes, yeah, I want to be there?
Get a 1 on the sides.
yeah, get a mullet. No, I think any advice I give to anyone is just love what you're doing, to be totally honest. And if you're happy enough, then that's great. I wouldn't be looking at anyone and going, I want to be like them. I just want to be myself, to be totally honest. So that's the advice I'd give to people, especially in music as well. I think we met based on music, and it was always about music, and that's what it should be about. And if you're loving that, then that's the main thing.
Yeah, I think as well, if it doesn't happen in your teens and stuff, it doesn't mean it'll never happen. Like, we were all late 20s when we met, and I was very content being a teacher. I loved it. I loved my job, but obviously my passion was, well, first of all, it was football. I thought I was going to play for Liverpool, but that never, bad knee, so only for that. But no, obviously music is such a passion and a dream, and you know, it's I know we're very young and we're very lucky to be at it, but it's not like, if I kind of got to a stage in my life when I was teaching for 4 years, and I just presumed that I was never gonna live a life like I am now. So yeah, never give up on it, and crazy things can happen, because if someone told me this was going to be my life 3 years ago, I just wouldn't have believed them. So it's never let that dream die.
So like,
the light may fade, but never die. that's a line in this book wrote. Swan song.
I love how you're just like leading me into the questions that I have on my little notepad. What's a lyric that you didn't write but you wish you did?
What's that? It's in Vincent by Don McLean. It's something like, I'm not going to think of it. It's something like,
Which part of the song?
Perhaps they never will, or they're not listening now, perhaps they never will.
Yeah.
Or just that idea
They
of basically,
listen, they're not listening still.
they're not listening. They're not listening still. That idea of, I think with any creative thing or art or music, whatever you want to say, you kind of find your people who are into it and who resonate with it, and the people who don't, it's like, it's all good. Like, you want to enter your little bubble. When 3 of us met, it became a little bubble, and we're still in it, where you're happy to share any thoughts, any words you have, any songs, and it's special to be in it. Like, it's very special, and I kind of feel like the gigs are just celebrating that. Do you know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? But that's I've gone on a tangent there from the one lyric, but we're just lucky. We're lucky here to be at a gig of 3,000 people singing our songs.
The one that jumped to mind, there's so many, but I love, there's a song called The Unquiet Grave. It's probably my favourite ballad of all time. One of my favourite songs. Luke Kelly used to sing it. I don't actually know who wrote it. It's a very, very old song. But the song finishes on a line that says, "Make yourself content, my love, till death calls you away." And I just think it's very simple, and I just absolutely love singing that song. And every time I sing the end of it, I don't know, I just get a weird feeling. I just really love it, and I think it's very simple and it's very to the point. It's just while you have the short time here on this earth, just you don't even have to make yourself happy. Just make yourself content, and you know you'll live a fairly good life. And I like that. I like it's just be a bit selfish sometimes and focus on yourself and make yourself happy. And in the end, death will call you away. We're all going to the same place, boy. Well, you're not going to the same place.
I'm still. I'm actually going to just say one of our own, but I'm going to go say one of Oisín's, and it's just the only reason I'm saying it is because every gig it just gets me, and it's The Light My Favourite Never Die. There was a place for you and I don't know. It's just every time at that moment of our set, I have a little, just a little. I don't know, a little moment of knowing where I am or taking in what's actually going on. Whereas a lot of the time in the gig, you're actually just in it and you don't really. But when that lyric comes into the set, I'm like, have a look here now around and see what you're at, and it's just a special moment for me. So I'm gonna say it.
They're lovely moments in shows where you get that tinge and realise where you are.
And that does it for me. That line. So.
Yeah.
And similarly, then, if you were to use 4 songs to describe the band, you can use your own or you can use others. A mix might be nice.
Yeah.
4 songs to describe the band. What would they be?
We'd have to pick our own.
For me, I was going to say The Good Ship Kangaroo would be a good one from Planxty. When me and Oisín met, I'm still obsessed with Planxty and all that kind of music, but yeah, that's one of my favourite songs, and I think it's so lively and it's just great crack, and I love it. And I think the lively part of our set would be nearly a bit similar to that in the likes of Tunta and some of those songs. So that's my shout. What's your shout? I think something by Bread as well would be nice.
100%.
Great band.
Yeah, it's a band that we all love. My dad used to have us listening to Bread in the car when we were younger, and then when we were in America last year, it became the soundtrack of our tour, and we just love Bread. I think Everything I Own is a great song. So there's 2. Sorry.
No, I think the album Bright Future, the Adrian Alenker album, and I'd say the song Sadness as a Gift. I think when the 3 of us heard it, it was almost like round 2 or phase 2 of Amble, where it's like we're going to stay the same, but there has to be an evolution of any kind of good act. And I think that album made us go, let's expand here. We're going to bring out more music this year, and I think Sadness as a Gift is one of the reasons why it's happening.
And Mariner Boy, the first song of Amble, first song we ever released. No, but that sums it up. I think. Yeah. Have one of our own. Don't listen to any other music. Favorite lyric, Amble. No, but
I'm sure you were going to say ABBA there.
I was going to throw in an obscure, but Mariner Boy, first song we ever released. So there we go.
Yeah. It's the scariest one. It's always going to be the scariest one.
It's the jump. It's the jump into the pool.
Yeah.
And you were talking about like the evolution of your sound. You've said like previously that your music is normally kind of based on your personal experiences. Is the new music going to be more of the same? Is it going to be kind of talking about what it's like now that you're stars, now that you're delete stars. No way. You guys are famous now. Do you not know this? You've got radio stations queuing up to come talk to you and everything.
I think the story.
Can't go for a pint in Bunmahon anymore. You can't eat a chicken curry in Bunmahon.
Hang on, go back to that. Can't go for a pint in Bunmahon anymore. How did you end up in Bunmahon in the first place?
It wasn't Bunmahon, was it?
No, the pint wasn't. That was Kilmeaden.
Gotta get these things right.
Yeah.
But no,
They're gonna come at us.
our photographer / best friend Adam Heffernan is from that part of the world, and sorry, I'll hold that. You don't need to be holding it for me. Yeah, we had a bit of time off, and as Oisín said, we're bringing out new music, and we wanted to get some footage to go along with all that stuff. And it's just a beautiful part of Ireland, so we said we'd go down there. And Hef, as we call him, our photographer, he had a couple of things planned for us, and he said that there was this pub that usually isn't open during the week, but he knows the owner, and he asked him, could Amble come in and sing a song, and it'd just be us in the pub, and Hef would record it, and it'd be lovely. So we were very excited to do this, and Hef forgot to mention that I think people that he's related to own the pub or co-own the pub, and word got out that Amble were coming down. I didn't know it was that exciting, but apparently it is, and there was a lot of people there when we arrived, and there was the Waterford
Ambush at Kilmeaden.
Yeah. The Waterford minor hurling team who just won the All-Ireland were there with the trophy, and it was just not what we were expecting, but it was lovely, and sure, we got a couple of pints and had a bit of crack, and the people of Waterford are lovely. They're great.
I think it's co-owned by 12.
Yeah, I think the pub was going to close down, and then 13 lads in the village said, hold on, we're not letting this.
It was only like the full 12 were actually in the pub physically at the one time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So there's like a syndicate, like you would on a horse, but on a pub.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea.
Yeah, they had a great night.
Gorgeous
We had a good
pub.
night, yeah.
Gorgeous pub.
And a gorgeous 2 days in Waterford.
Yeah, and that's why we were down in Waterford.
We also had a young man from Waterford give us.
Oh yeah, Harry.
Harry gave us the loan of his. Was it Ford Escort?
Ford Escort. Yeah.
It was a gorgeous car.
He's
What
only.
colour was she?
She was blue.
Oh,
If she's blue, she'll do.
she'll do.
But Harry's a legend, and he's about 6 years too young to be driving the car, let alone own it. But he let us, him and his parents let us use the car, and we drove around, and they own some land overlooking the beach
They're from Bunmahan.
in Bunmahan,
They're
and
from Bunmahan.
it was just everyone down there was so lovely to us. It was great crack. But it was a real learning curve for us, because we'd never in a million years expect that many people to care that we were in Waterford, and then
I was shocked.
we couldn't get over it.
I
So
was much more nervous to walk into that pub than I will be tonight.
Hef was delighted with himself. Hef loved it. He loved it.
I'll never forgive him.
Yeah.
Have a new tune coming out shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still based on your personal experiences, as in where you're at now? Stars, as I said earlier.
No, definitely. There still are stories, and some of them existed, maybe even a year or two ago as well, and they're only maybe coming out now. But definitely I suppose we're writing songs now together as well, because we're all in this and we're all feeling the same, and so there's both. There's definitely a progression, but in terms of music, it's still us live in the room. We've also added a few more instruments to this upcoming EP. Like there's a bit of percussion for the first time, and there's a few new instruments that we haven't had before, and that again was it was just lovely for us, because it just gives you a new creative outlet, and but it was all live, it's all real, it's all captured. It was captured in 2 days in Brooklyn. It was just a wonderful 3 days. Sorry, it was a wonderful 3 days with very talented musicians, and we a lot of fun, and we just brought our songs into the room, and we made this EP. So yeah, we're excited to get it out. We're very excited to get it out.
Can people expect the new songs tonight? Are you playing them tonight?
We'll play one. Yeah, we're going to play the one that's coming out first, which is called Hand Me Downs. We will be playing it tonight, and it'll be in the set list for the summer, and from then on.
22nd.
Yeah, it's out on August 22nd, and then we'll start playing the rest of them maybe when they come out, and
When we get an uilleann pipe.
when we get a few of them instruments on the stage. But no, yeah, we'll play it tonight. Yeah.
I was talking to the boys in Kingfishr not so long ago, and I was saying it's amazing how you've, the sound that you have, both bands, that kind of folky, not quite trad, but it still has a hint of it, still has that ballad feeling, that is really what's hot right now. That's really after taking off. Do you think there's a reason behind that people...
Well, we were saying earlier, I think it's just there's a global reason more than, Zach Bryan and people like this, people are wanting real music, guitar, song. I think every genre has its time, you have your dance and whatever, but you do, you have time, whereas now it's now I think people are just loving your hip hop and your rapping and your but I think music, folk music and storytelling is always there, and it's always going to be there, and we're just a part of that, and we got a bit, naturally you get a bit of luck in these with timing too, but folk music has always existed, and it's always going to be there.
I also got a heads up that you have a Kingfishr group chat. Is this true?
We do chat to the boys, yeah. We met, yeah. We do have. We actually.
That's what happens when you have the inside leg.
Yeah, we were actually at Latitude last weekend. We were both playing the same festival, so we're both on the same. We're both on two buses doing the same thing essentially. And when you cross over, of course you're going to meet. We're Irish lads.
Of course, not just that. I always say this: the first Irish tour they done, we opened for them. So we're kind of forever going to be indebted to them for that. That was the first time we went on the road.
Yeah. First time we got to know each other.
That was the first pints and Jemmy Gingers and staying in hotels and playing music. That was the first time we did any of that. So I'll always be grateful to Kingfishr for that. And we had a WhatsApp afterwards to stay in touch and everything. And we stay in touch. If we're at the same festival, at the same gig, we'd meet up.
I love that you're friends and not rivals. I think that's very cute.
The thing I say on that as well is I associate rivalry with sport and football. We all grew up playing football. You're playing someone a match, you might hate them. If someone's playing the guitar, I just don't hate someone playing the guitar. It's not a thing for me at all. Maybe that's different because we relate to the music industry, but I genuinely mean that. I wish them the very best.
Sure, it's like across the board in Ireland in general. Like, there's so many class acts coming out now, and I don't know why you wouldn't be rooting for all of them. Like, it's like that. It's not sport. It's like, if it's good music and you know, then you should be supporting it. And like across the board, like CMAT is having a huge moment, and Fontaine's have had an unbelievable year, and there's loads of other acts coming up that are class.
I really, for whatever
Clifford's
reason, I loved seeing CMAT the last couple of months, how big she's going, because she's just, for 5 or 6 years, I've been like, I just absolutely think she's brilliant.
Yeah.
And it seems to have somehow just happened now.
Yeah. It was my dad got me into CMAT years ago. He found I Want to Be a Cowboy, and he loved that song, and he was obsessed with it. So he's been waiting for years for CMAT to, and she's just continued on, but it seems like recently she's just got huge, which is great.
And she hasn't changed, which I love about it. She was just like she is now 6 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's suddenly the world is listening.
One last thing before I let you go. What do you make of this constant following of girls just absolutely freaking out, fangirling, Beatlemania, Amble mania? Would you call it that?
I think our Amble mania is, to be honest, about 70-year-old men. To be totally honest, I think genuinely, I love see our age range at shows goes from we played one show in America, and there was a 5-month-old baby at it, and the next day there was a 95-year-old woman, and I just think that's the beauty of the music is that people from all ages are getting into it, and they're liking it, and it's bringing families together. I had an incident where a person said to me, it's the first music that him and his mother and father can all listen to in the one house. Like, usually different generations listen to different things, so that's genuinely an honour for us if that amount of age range is coming to our show.
Especially in America, I've noticed we played in Denver to 300 or 400 people. I'd say the average age was 40 or 50, and there was no Irish people in the room at all, just people from Denver. Wow. So then it's like then it hits you like, this is the music travels, not us. Like,
we've had quite the opposite of the fangirling. I've had girls come up to me and ask, can their boyfriend get a picture? You know, because their boyfriend, and the boyfriend would be like, "Jeez, lad, love the music." I'm like, yeah. So it's it's a kind of thing where you'd look down in the audience, and there's not one. It's not all women or all men or all one age. It's very mixed, and I think that's a really good sign for the music.
Yeah, I remember it was one of the lads who plays with us, Andrew Smith. His auntie came to the Galway show in the Big Top, and she said, in fairness, she was a bit nervous that it might be a younger crowd, and she'd get jostled or whatever, and she couldn't believe it. She was like, "There's people from everywhere here. There's all ages." She thought it was just a lovely kind of crowd. No jostling. No
jostling in Amble. You heard it here first.
But I did love that, because my own mother and father would be the same.
Yeah.
Until they came to a gig and were like, "You have a lovely audience."
Yeah.
You know.
It's important.
We're just lovely fellas.
just great guys. Well, that's all my questions for you. Thanks a million.
Thanks, Ava.
Thanks so much for being on.
Thanks so much.
Class.
That's pretty lovely.
Perfect. That was fun.
How are